another leap forward in time. I don't know how much later this is. It's going to be really interesting in it. New look. Who dis? Don't worry about that. Weld through primer. I'll explain why I got it. I've been waiting on it a little while. I am going to cover a few spots and not like cut a hole out. It's going to go over existing piece of sheet metal. So for example, on my strut tops here, instead of cutting out that bit, I'm going to put a new bit of sheet metal around that. And then on the firewall here, these holes here and here, I've changed my mind. I'm going to cover those. And so there's going to be a bit of bare metal. A bit of bare metal trapped between that. And despite it should be water sealed and whatnot, I'm going to play it real safe and not run the risk of somehow there being a chance of moisture getting in there and doing its nasty erosion thing. So I'm going to spray down some of this stuff, weld through primer between layers, and this stuff hopefully, I don't know, I haven't even used it yet, but it says shouldn't burn off or will get destroyed when I'm pumping heat and argon and weld and filler rod into that area. So hopefully it stays, seals it all off, stops it from rusting as a kind of a double layer protection safety thing. So everything should be good. So I'll lay some of that down and make it all beautiful, and then I can see all that stuff up and it should be fantastic. And if you're wondering why everything is that gold colour, it's because this stuff actually has copper in it, what it claims to. So the copper is the gold look on it, and also that plays a big factor in why it's able to be welded to. So yeah, cool stuff. It turned out really cool. Check that out. Don't worry, the bay won't really be gold, just for this part. Alrighty, so another day, another final bit of bay work here. We are literally up to the last bit of welding here. This piece here I've been working on this strut tower. It's to cover all these ghastly bloody knobs and stuff. So I'm literally going to put it around it. So I put the copper weld through primer on the inside there, and then I put it on the inside of that. So even though it shouldn't be, because it's a double layer in there, I'm trying to take any chances that whatever moisture gets in here shouldn't be an issue, and because they're both sealed up. But it should be sealed anyway, but I'm just trying to be extra cautious here. And so this plate literally goes on like that, covers it all up mostly, and gets rid of all those stupid knobs. So I'll be welding that on very shortly, and hopefully it turns out looking as good as that. Yeah, how about it? Sounds great. Alrighty, so a bit more update. She's all welded on. Once again, as you know by now, my welding isn't that great, but along the top here I think it's not too bad. It's still a bit unhappy on a couple of the beads there, but oh well. So that bit's on. Now I'm going to put the underpiece on, which I've still got to work on a little bit, but it's that piece there. It's going to help bridge it down to the underside, meet that all up. And that is basically the strut tower done on this side, which is great. Check that out, huh? Happy days. Sounds great. Sounds great. Alrighty, update number 699. I think I should try and do another update here because I'm fantastic at leaving out bits and whatnot, and I've kind of gotten a little bit further ahead along with not documenting as well as I should have. It's a mix between I'm lazy and it takes a bit of work to set up, so it's fun to do a bit and just show what's been done compared to filming me doing it, but we'll see. Hopefully there's enough footage in the camera to like see me look decent. We'll find out when I look back at it. Here we go, all in the bare metal stage pretty much, apart from that, a little bit of bog. Yes, this will get bog on it. No, it won't be saturating bog, it will just be a skim coat. Ligma balls. Anyway, strut tail's almost been completely blended in there. You almost can't tell, it's pretty good. It's a bit tricky on the sides, but anyway. Pardon me. A couple patches along there. That plate I've still got to sand. That patch is good. So this is very close. And yes, that's a lot of bog there, but it's thin and a lot will disappear, okay? That bit there, alright? But this is gonna look off its tits. I'm really excited for seeing this in primer. It's not that far off now, which is really good. I'm chasing up the last bit of sanding there along a few extra spots, getting it close. Then we're gonna go with the fiberglass style bog to give it a bit of strength here and there. Sand that down, go back over with the standard filler, get it all nice and smooth, looking like that. See, that's what that's going to look like. Absolutely sensational. See how thin that is? You muppets, leave me alone. And it's going to be great. So I'm just going to keep sanding away at this, making a little bit more progress, and then I'm really want to get it going and put this in primer because it is getting proper close now, and it's getting me all excited because I want to see this back half the bay in primer looking mint, and I can move on to other things and just admire this beauty that it is now. Sounds great. Alright, so a little thing that's been running back and forth in my mind for a week, you could say, almost, give or take. Along your door sills here. Now, bit of context. I need to find a door sill, that's what I need to find. There you go, here's one. So, this is a door sill, kick plate I should say. And that's him sitting there in the car. Now, I think the SC400s, SC300s, the Lexus ones are probably a bit of a cooler item than that. But the Toyota one's really, really boring in comparison. I hope the Lexus ones are cool. I don't know if they are, but I saw at a car show the other week, probably a semi-common thing on mini trucks was, it was a little bit more going on here because the guy raised the floor off the pinch weld so he could drop the car lower. Not doing that, but because he did all that, I don't even know where his pinch was. It might have been further in now or something because of that. He shaved off his kick plate holes and just had one big smooth bit. I really wanted to do that for this car because, as you can see, the kick plate's really nothing special. I was like, oh, and they're not bad condition, but there's a couple of scuffs. Like, I don't really want to put them back in. So the other solution would have been maybe find some Lexus ones if they're better, or 3D print something that's a bit cooler. But after seeing that, I was like, oh, I want to just shave that off and just have a nice big painted bit because really, I don't use kick plates, and I hope most people don't anyway. So fill up all those holes and sand it off, weld it up, you know, make a good paint, and it just look like a nice big blue, I'm colourblind, piece along the end of the door there. And the cool thing about the Soarer situation with the doors is the door rubber actually runs along that pinch rod along the bottom and all the way up. The kick plate stops before it. So that's something I'm going to do now, is fill up all the holes along the bottom of the doors and get rid of the kick plates, make them look beautiful, make them sexy. So just another thing I'm adding onto the list of mods or bodywork because there's a lot going on.
one there. That was clever.
Well, I should start filming some welding. I still haven't really filmed me doing any welding yet. Not that it's pleasing to look at, but that wasn't too bad for me. That was fairly successful. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die from all this fucking fumes I've inhaled while working on this car. But anyway, if I can live long enough to drive it, that'll do me. Yeah, kick plate delete's going really well. I'll grind those back now and we'll see how she looks. I hope the camera picks that up not too bad. That's the original paint there, because the car's been painted black since, and that paint's fallen apart, but this bit's sitting under the scuff plate, kick plate here. Damn, that OEM blue looks pretty darn good. You can see a bit of metallic in there. Whew. Gets me excited for when this thing's going to get painted in 2050, man. It's going to look so good. Just that beautiful new paint. That is all.
Sound strut.
Can put all the fuel in there now. Look at that. All the fuel in.
Hit that, clean it up.
Yeah, mate. That's what the beautiful finger sander's for. Do you Commodore owners have that weekly dilemma when it comes to filling up your car? You know, the filler cap issue. You pull up at the pump, about to put in that prime E10 goodness, mate, into your big powered Eco. You arrive at the pump, you air out the rear, you get your pump and you're about to fill up, you pop your filler cap open and it goes, snapped off like they always do. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Mobsters Chop Shop. We've got a solution for that, folks. And check it out, here we go. Ready? Try and snap that bad boy off, huh? That ain't going anywhere. Granted, you can't put fuel in your car anymore, but with the prices of petrol at the moment, that doesn't really matter, okay? You got your filler cap still on the car, you save money on fuel, you're welcome. Mobsters Chop Shop, hit me up. Filler cap like that, only $1,000 a pop, okay? You're welcome.